Hi all, I'm making this video for Sigma members of my group. Now yesterday I've uploaded a video which is Pivot Control Center, and today I wanted to share with my Sigma members the kind of pivots that I personally use. Before I begin, I would like to mention that this is an educational channel. All content over here is for the sake of education. Kindly read the disclaimer you see on the screen and in the description below. With that said, let's proceed. So the pivot control center that I posted yesterday, that can be useful for any professional who works with pivots. It takes away the shortcomings of the internal pivots on TradingView and gives you full access to all 6 trading methods in whatever mix you want. Now, I personally use pivots, which is a hybrid. And if you tell any professional that you have made a hybrid out of pivots, they'll probably laugh at you. But I have done so, and I wanted to share with the Sigma members of the group. Now, my pivot is called the hybrid weighted pivots, where the weightage is 50% Fibonacci, 35% Camarilla, and 15% Classic. Whether it works or doesn't work, I don't care about what other people think. I like using it like this. And since my Sigma membership is a small group, I thought I'll share this with my Sigma members. The auto section in this works exactly like it works in Pivot Control Center, so it's very powerful. Everything else is just like Pivot Control Center, apart from the fact that Pivot Control Center is a generic, all-purpose control center where you can control all 6 pivot methods with absolute freedom to do anything you want. This is a more customized pivot system, which is a hybrid that I've built, which works on, as I said, out of 100%, 50% is Fibonacci, 35% is Camarilla, and 15% is Classic. It works for me. I'm not too sure whether it'll work for everybody else, but it really works for me. So I would want to share this with the Sigma members of my group. Whether you want to use it or not is at your discretion. That freedom is yours, but I'll just share it the way I use it. So as you see on my screen, I've got the hybrid weighted pivots. To make use of it is just like any other literature of ours. In fact, I made one just before I made this video. So anyways, so what I'll do is I'll make a copy of this. I'll call it some number because this is just for demo, and I'll say save. Then what I'll do is I'll remove this indicator from the screen. So we just have a Nifty 50. As you can see, Nifty 50, 5 minutes time frame. Only the sessions break is on, which separates one day from the other. This is the sessions break line. You can see nothing else is on at this point of time. Now, when you're given a free indicator from us, or whether you buy an indicator, or whether I make an indicator for Sigma members, our indicators generally come in Notepad. The code is written in Notepad. So in this case, I'll be sharing this Notepad on Google Drive so that Sigma members can download and run the script. So what you'll have to do is you'll get a script, Word Notepad like this. You just have to double click this once, click edit, select all, edit, copy. That's it. Nothing else is required. And then you go to Pine Editor, and then you say, I want to create a new indicator. It'll create a page with this 6-7 lines in it. Just delete absolutely everything. All right, so you have nothing, and then right click and paste what you have copied from the notepad, and then say save script. Now it's telling me how do you want to save this. It's giving it a name automatically. That is the indicator name. I'll save it this way itself. So I'll save it. There it's saved. And then I'll say add to chart. And that's it. The indicator comes on the chart. All right. So you can see the name, the indicator is a functional indicator on the chart. The auto section in this is quite powerful. If you see, it's currently in auto. Over here in input, it's in auto. I don't change it. I keep it in auto. I can change the thickness of the lines. So for this demo, let me keep it at 3. All right. So when I shift from 5 minutes to 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, it'll automatically adjust with the TradingView algorithm, the way TradingView algorithm is built. And I really don't need to do anything else. And I actually, in my own usage, don't change anything, because most of the time I am on the 5 minutes time frame. All right. Apart from that, when I want to do real long-term analysis, I may really go into this auto section and go to weekly and stuff like that. But that's very rare. 99% of the time, it's always on auto because I am on the 5 minutes time frame most of the time. So this is what the indicator looks. In my view, it works for me. That's the way I made it for myself. Now, to make it more powerful, there is a free indicator of ours in TradingView called Trend Candles. You can use this. You'll have to go to the object tree over here and drag the trend candles above the instrument you're trading. In our case, it is Nifty. That way, the colors will change. This moving average is EMA 50, and all the candles above EMA 50 will be in green, and below that will be in purple. This makes the indicator even more powerful, especially on 3 and 5 minutes time frame. You can see how well my hybrid is catching this support and how well my hybrid is catching this resistance. It's even better than the pure system of Fibonacci or Camarilla or traditional or anything else. All right. This hybrid works for me. So I developed it. And now the Sigma members of my group will have access to it. All right. So this is how it works. Again, you can choose any time frame you want and it will automatically adjust. All right. Now, to make it even more powerful, I delete the trend candles. Now, trend candles is free for the people who cannot or who do not want to buy an indicator from us. It is trend candles is free on TradingView. You just have to go and search for trend candles and you'll get this one by Money Pots. That's our indicator. If you have our indicator called Time Machine, if you have already purchased that in the past, and if you have it, good. If you don't have it, you can buy it from our website, bestindicators.net. If you're an international customer, you can buy it from Buy Me a Coffee. Both the links are there in the description. You go to the indicator and type Time Machine. And this is, I've saved it multiple times because when I develop an indicator, I need to run a lot of trials. So in this case, this is the one. It's called Time Machine. This is the one that people purchase and it's available for our customers. Time Machine not only gives you the colored lines on top by default, it also has a bottom indicator. And this time when you add Time Machine, you don't have to drag and drop anything like you have to do in trend candles. Time Machine automatically works. No drag and drop required in the object tree. As you can see over here, in Time Machine, it did not, in the 5 minutes time frame, it did not allow me any shorting opportunities, and I would not short till this was below the zero line. So There was no shorting opportunities in the last day of trading in Nifty. Now this is also something that will work on many things. So I can go to commodities, shift it for 15 minutes time frame. Crude oil looked like this on the last trading day. Natural gas looks like this. You can see the support, how it's taken. You can go to global futures. US 30 look like this. S&P 500 look like this. The accuracy in this pivots is mind-blowing in my view. Because it's my creation, I like it. And NASDAQ look like this. Bitcoin on the 15 minutes time frame is currently live. It looks like this. I live in India, so this is, as you can see, our session, our 24-hour cycle starts at 5:30 in the morning in daylight savings, and then when it's non-daylight savings, it's at 6 a.m. So currently it's at 5:30 and it ends at 5:30 and a new session starts. This indicator picks it up automatically. Ethereum is looking like this on the 15 minutes time frame. Again, it'll work on all your global charts. UK on Friday looked like this. CAC looked like this. DAC looked like this. Japanese index looked like this. Chinese index looked like this. It'll also work on individual stocks. Even though I don't personally check individual stocks, I'm only doing this for the sake of this demo. So Reliance looked like this on the 5-minute chart on Friday. TCS looked like this. Infosys looked like this. Hindustan Unilever looked like this. Bajaj Finance looked like this. Bajaj Finserv looked like this. Let's check a few banking stocks. HDFC Bank looked like this. ICICI Bank looked like this. Axis Bank looked like this. SBI looked like this. Beautiful. Kotak looked like this. IndusInd Bank looked like this. Bank of Baroda looked like this. Bandhan Bank looked like this. IDBI looked like this. All right. Again, I follow none of them. I'm more of an index trader. So I trade on the index. All right. So Nifty looked like this on Friday. If I double click on the screen, the bottom half disappears. If I double click on the screen once again, the bottom part shows. To me, this bottom part is very important. I do not short unless the zero line is broken and this becomes purple, and I will only go long if I see a green cutting across the zero line, then I go long. So my trading is rule based to a certain extent, and I have a lot of faith in my indicator called time machine. And there's another indicator that I use a lot, which is called Fibonacci prime time, that's also available for purchase on our website as well as on the buy me a coffee link. So these two indicators I use quite a lot, time machine and Fibonacci prime time. That's another indicator which is very close to me. So as I said, for people who can buy time machine, go ahead and buy time machine and use it with the script that I'm providing to my Sigma members on this video. And for people who don't want to buy time machine or can't buy time machine at this stage, use it with our free indicator called trend candles, which is available on TradingView. And then you'll have to drag this and go above the instrument. It'll pretty much give you the kind of view time machine is giving me, but that refinement will be missing because the bottom indicator is not there, and that bottom indicator is the heart and soul of time machine. All right. There you go, guys. Use it with trend candles or use it with time machine. It's your call. We also have something called Wave RSI. So if you don't want to buy time machine, you can buy Wave RSI. Wave RSI will give you representation like this. This is, I think, a cheaper indicator. It'll give you a representation like this. This is Wave RSI. Also pretty accurate. So you can use trend candles, which is free on TradingView, and you can just buy Wave RSI and use it like this. All of this is your choice. All right. The core is the hybrid weighted pivots that I use, that I'm sharing with these Sigma members of this group, because I wanted to share my personal pivots and the way I use it. I've also told you it's built on the formula that I used while building it is Fibonacci 50%, Camarilla 35%, and Classic 15%. It's built on that. And from my experience, I think this is the best system, even though professional may call it madness or stupidity, but I don't care. In my view, it works, and I like using it this way. All right. So thanks for being a Sigma member of our group. I hope this video has been helpful or educational to you in some form or the other. This is my personal script that I'm sharing with you. Hope it benefits you in your pursuit of education in some form or the other. All right. I want you to learn uh, studying charts. That's the primary goal of this channel, is to study charts. We do not recommend stocks. We do not recommend trades. We discuss indicators, and our goal is to be able to study charts in the best possible way we can. On that note, I'll end this video. Again, thank you for being a Sigma member of the group, and there'll be many more like this that will come in the future. Take care. Bye-bye.